Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Aussie Scale Modeler. Jace is here, my name. Well, welcome, guys, to the USS North Carolina Commission build. Great to have your company once again this Tuesday night. Evening, Jeffro. Evening, Paul. Evening, Bill. Thanks for joining in. Yeah, hope everybody's had a good few days. And a good week since we, those who haven't been here before, welcome. Hope everything is good and safe. So what have I learned today or the last few days? Well, actually learned something very appreciative today of actual modelling. I sat and watched an orchestra play like all the old themes, like from movies and, like your Star Wars, Sarah Jane's not here, so that's all good. Your James Bond themes. And I sat there and you look at today's music and stuff and you go, wow, it's all computer stuff. And these people just, like Hans Zimmer, John Williams, like how incredible to compose music like that, and yet alone sit there with other people and write a piece of music for each instrument. It just blows me away. So, and then I followed it up with watching some footage of declassified RAF bases and what they were in the war and what they are now. Wow. And I spent a bit of the afternoon watching a bit of history of the Pacific, Iwo Jima, Okinawa, how the Japanese made their way down, and this ship itself was there. So it gives you not to give me a better appreciation. I'm fully appreciative of it, but yeah, absolutely amazing. The bravery of all servicemen. And particularly since we are coming up to Anzac Day, good to see Bill, the council, and yourself, mate, naturally doing the best job possible to honour our veterans serving and past. Well done, mate. Big thumbs up there. So we're moving on to the City of Prague Philharmonic. Okay, audio. Who needs a shave? I wonder who could that be. Possibly me. We'll go. That even shows it more. We'll go full screen here. Hey, Ethel, good to see you, mate. Good to see you. So I do need a bit of a shave, a bit rough around the edges, but I think next week, sometime I'm actually getting a haircut. So God help us all. Right, I'm just going to move the old keyboard out of the way here, and we'll try to move on to what's in store for this evening. Now, for those, hey, Tim, good to see you, mate. Tin Man. For those that weren't on Aussie Modelers Live on Sunday, and I'd like to, invite you all to join us if you're new or you're not. Thank you very much. Just there, please, mate. Thank you. Nephew's just bought me a brew. How good is that? His blood's worth bottling. Right. I'll move the mic. I'll move that over there. Move the mic over there. Hopefully. Just change camera views here. I think that's the one I'm after. That's the one I'm after. Right. The display photo etched rolling set. I got these last week. I was hoping to have them all last week. Live stream. SJ might not be in. Hey, Plastic, good to see you, mate. Fantastic last episode as well. Really enjoyed that. I'm going to go with the top overview here, guys. See how that works. Let's go. Let's tilt that down. That's probably a lot better. Right, so it is a very, very sturdy unit. As is most display tools. Right, got a base plate here. No, that doesn't get the option. Rightio, so that's how it comes. You've got, 6 different rollers. So you've got that one. And they all range in diameter. Perfect for photo etch. Now, when I get to the actual railings and stuff, I will be putting this, demonstrating this. And there, just a pad in there to, I think it's 3M, so I'd say that'll go down just for holding on the bottom, but nice pad in there. That can go back in its little house. Right, there's that one. Now moving on to the multi-purpose processing assistance platform. And then we've got 11 people in. Hey guys, again, I mean, I hate to sound like a friggin' YouTuber, but well, I am. Could you please hit the like button? That'd be great. If you don't like it, again, yeah, it's all good. Everybody's got an opinion. Oh yeah, so here we go. Yeah, a little bit shiny there, but hopefully you can see that a lot better. So this gives you your equidistant cutting, different angle cutting for flat. And then you've got all your little miter box there for 30, 60, 75, 45 degree angles. Right, running down there, you have the ability to cut, not that side. That side, turn square stock into triangle stock, whatever you want to do. Now, this is meant so you can line up your different cards and get a nice cut, hold it in there. You've got a center down hole there and one up through there. So for perpendicular drilling, even states perpendicular drilling, go up through the bottom. You brace your stock. Well, you do come up through the bottom. You brace your stock through that black thing there. It's fully adjustable there. And if you want to chamfer the end of any round stock, right there is where you need to be. Also, you've got you can run your V shapes in there. 2 bits of plastic stock, very accurate little tool, very expensive little tool. Like, there's the palm of my hand. And yeah, it's pretty, it's not big for its, the amount you pay for it. But it will come in very handy. As I stated on Aussie Modelers Live, when I purchase a new tool or something, and we all know how much tools cost, I buy it for the long run. I buy it not for one model, not to just get through one model, not to make one job easier. I buy it because, well, I want to make a lot of jobs easier. So I did show this, I believe, Sunday night again, but for those joining the channel, this is where we are at with moving on to photo etches and stuff like that. For bulkheads, We'll just lay those out there. All right, so for those that were here Sunday night, naturally you guys are going to be, you've seen it. And, oh, Jim, you can't have forgotten the question. You've got to raise the question for Sunday night's live stream. You know, what was your favourite poodle in World War II? You know, whatever. You know, like, righto, Ethel. That's a different outlook, I suppose, on it. But anyway, so that's that so far, and we'll just move those out a bit. As you can see, all the hatches are on. All the correct hatches, the left, the right. Yeah, so they're all ready to rock and roll. There are a few little bits that I haven't finished off, but reviewing and having a look around this, a few other builders stating when you get to these smaller bits, do a test fit so that you can trim them up. They are angled and beveled in some places, and you do not want to be running short, otherwise you're running into the glue again, into your putty. And so if you can email me that, Jim, I will forward that on to the other crew. All right, so that's those done. Now, I believe that I thought I'd finish these. Thought I'd put every bit of photo etch that was required. These are the 5 inches. All right, there's 10 of them. I won't drag them all out. Right. But on closer inspection now, there's, again, looking at Edouard's site on what they provide with this detail upset, like this one here. I'll just give you the... All right, if we... hang on, no, it doesn't give you on this. But this is it. So if you go to Edouard's site and you look up the 1/350 scale Trumpeter, USS V55, North Carolina, you can see the 5-inch guns, and that's all good and well. But it doesn't show anywhere on their site these pieces or these two. What it also doesn't show, depending which way these are facing, is that one will have a second one sitting up here or sitting just up there. No, you're right, Ethel. Enjoy, mate. It's dinner time here in Australia. So, I have to go back. There is some... I thought it might have just been excess photo etch. And I thought, well, I'll do some further investigation. So I watched another documentary on the USS North Carolina. And lo and behold, there it was. I found those pieces. So they will be going on. Right, moving on to the hull. Okay. As you can see, the deep depressions right there at the bow have gone. That is as smooth as a baby's butt. Those sides now. This seam, although I have spent hours upon hours upon hours upon hours on it, I know it's smooth. There's no ridge. There's nothing. It's absolutely perfect in every way from bow to stern. But I have noticed under the magnifier and with the magnifier glasses. The tiniest hair just there is a gap, like an empty gap just there. There's one tiny one there. Yeah, so just here. One tiny one there. And on the other side, one there. One here. So I'll be running some putty through that, not tonight. I don't see the point in running putty through that tonight. I have drilled out my locating holes for these to go in and test fitted. I know the length of this screw. So that's good. And I know how much exactly I need to be taking off the top of that. That'll be the flat part. This will go under the ship's hull. Right, so that's that. There are the locating holes. So, yeah, that's ready to go. So tonight, moving on to, and I have it right here. We're going to be throwing on the upper deck wooden deck. Okay. Right. And I've already prepared. Oh, sorry, on top if you hadn't noticed. So this is the actual full deck. Now I have removed the anchor to make way for the photo etch, which is just sitting here in front of my eyes. That's your photo etch, and there is the anchor chain to be run fore and aft. So, yep, that's some more photo etch for that. But we're going to be concentrating on that, and then I will be moving on to, by request of young Jeffro, sort of by request of young Jeffro, the main guns. And we'll see if that requires any photo etch. Now, if I look at this, that bit of decking there, that looks like a very likely candidate. Right, so working with this, and I do have them here. Bum, 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 bum. Right. What did I do with them? There are pressed blades. I just put them down before, so I could be ready. There they are. Right, when you're working with this stuff, I suggest if you've got crap eyes, well, that's where the brains of the ships is. That's last time I recall. That's upper decks, brains, control. Not chugga. And we smelt better. So yeah, again after applying the bilge there, ensure that you have a sharp knife. Right? Ensure, and you've got spare blades. As soon as you feel one of these things grip, hey Joshy B, good to have your company, mate. Thank you very much for dropping along. So, sounds all that sort of crap. Also, make sure you leave your backing on there. I've seen people literally go, "Oh no, I'll just take that off," and you go, "Oh, okay, that's a bit stupid." So, again, this is the upper deck, the wooden deck to go on it. Now, it's a simple case. Well, simple, right? Defined in so many ways. Removing, for example, here, 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 anything that's matching this deck with pieces that are protruding, you remove them. It's a really good idea. So to keep the structural integrity, that's a big word for this evening, of the deck, always make your choice, forward or after to forward. Don't dance all over the place. Yeah, as soon as you start doing that, yeah, you're inviting trouble. So we'll get stuck into it as long as that bloody headband stays on. Maybe it's just my big head needs a haircut, whatever. Again, it's come off the other side now, beauty. But yeah, we'll try and keep these on without. There we go. Right, so we'll move that to that, and hope I don't think my head will get into there. Right, so we're just going to run. And I'll just move this up, see how close that can actually get. Right. Here we go. My head's not in the way, I hope. Again, if you're going to run into cross grain, be careful. Just be very, very careful when you're cutting across the grain here. So otherwise you could be ripping and tearing, and you do not want ripping and tearing. Just take your time. And now you don't have to think a lot and think of everything you got. So you will still be here tomorrow, but your dreams may not. No, we're not going that deep. I'm just going to move that over there, out of shot. So yeah, it's a very patient game. This. No, you guys can't see that. Okay. Hopefully you can. Right, and I'm just contemplating here. We could be here for a long bloody time. Watching me do this. So I'm thinking what I might do to save the boredom of everybody else just sitting there going, "What is this clown doing?" Might move on to those guns, get a bit of some sort of the word I'm after is assembly of anything. Hopefully next week that hull will be prepared perfectly, and I will be starting the masking for the said hull of the USS North Carolina. Right. Oh, hang on. The circus is back in town, folks. Bilge, what else you got to say? uh, just go in there. It felt like I'd freed it, but Keep your pressure on that. Don't. So it's fairly, I mean, I'm not. Yeah, there we go. So that little piece there, nice and clean out of there. Ready to rock and roll. There we go. Right, so that will sit around that part there. Oh, SJ, do you want me to bring out the tools again? Just in case you missed them on Sunday night. So again, when you are moving on to this sort of stuff, please look for the grain of the timber. Be very careful. Take your time. And even though, again, this is a Comcare, you know, somebody's paid money for this. And, you know, I stuff it up and then I have to, you know, it cost me money, but just do it right. Take your time the first time. You know, imagine having to pay for this again and it's your kit. Like, you'd just be, and this isn't a cheap bit of timber. So, yeah. Get your strike. Please let's say stabity. Nah. Sorry. I'm fairly comfortable with not stabbing myself. Really, you know, I've got a thing for not wanting to do that. But you'll feel, again, as I said, the knife, if you've a brand new blade in there, if you feel it grabbing, change it up. Don't go, oh no, I'll just take another pass at it. It's not worth it. It really isn't. The damage you can do, again, there's another piece removed, and so on and so forth. Around the deck we'd go. Right, I will put that in back in the protective plastic because, well, you guys literally do not need to just sit there watching me start pulling that out. I'll be working on that after the show. And yeah, next week or next Sunday on Aussie Modelers Live, you can hopefully see that part finished along with the main deck. And yeah, that'll be ready to rock and roll. Right, give me 5 seconds. I will go and grab these instructions and we'll find the sprues for putting the main guns together. Right. Okay, and then we'll have to get the correct sprues, no doubt. Find out what we have to remove. Also, upon more research, I found out that the Razzle Dazzle, you can actually download a PDF for the Razzle Dazzle paint scheme from the museum itself. And yeah, so here we are. Right, 1, 2. So I'm going to just turn this around for a second, guys. Big 16 inches. And looks the same. Let's just run through this here. We'll start. So we've got an F1, an F2. Yep. Yeah, so you've got your two forwards and your aft. Yeah, you're exactly right, Joshy B. It's just the best, mate. It's just wow, the encouragement just brings tears to the eyes. Right, and right there, I can see some plating. So, yeah, let me get these screws. I'll just check over here and make sure that none of them are there. Right, I've got the other screw over here. Oh, hell, the boat's capsized. Okay, well, I'm not reading it upside down. So, yeah. No, don't need that. No, yes, yes. Right, I think that's just they're all F's, are they? We've got a G, A, A, D, H. There's our G. We need a G. There's the other G. Right. Wow, you guys, you're just amazing. Just inspiring. Right, so we'll go from left to right. Yeah, and here we'll go. 10. Okay. 2G10s. Well, actually, 4. Right. And guys, I really do appreciate you all turning up. I know you must be bored on a Tuesday night, so bit of background noise. Yeah. Now I know SJ's in the cars. Um, Anybody remember back in the 90s, Toka touring car on PlayStation? I think it was. Yeah, when the first PlayStation came out. Yeah, wild days. That used to love that. The right way up was helping me up. Yeah, I've got him the right way up. Just bring it up and back. Right. Should have our bases here. F4s. A little bit of flash on this one, but well, you get that on the big jobs, I guess. Again, if you're new and you just need a modelling or whatever, um, never cut right up next to the apart straight off the sprue, right up on next to it. Good chance you can twist your plastic, whatever. There's no joy in that. At all. So now here we have with our barrels. I've noticed, and I'll have a quick peek. I'm going to have to create some blast bags for this because it does not come with them. I could not see them. We'll have a look here. Move that sprue out of the way. Sit those to the side there. All right. So we do have a fair bit of photo etch around here. We do not have any blast bags. So I will have to create that either out of putty or I'll grab some tissues and mache around that. Like to know what you guys normally do. Anybody? Yeah. What for blast bags? What do you guys normally do? How do you create your own blast bags? Do you buy photo etch blast bag? Not photo etch, resin blast bags. Yeah. So I will do a bit of a tidy up of what I've got on the bench there, and yeah. Very interested to know what you guys do. PS1 is chipped. All right. Anybody while we want to move back on the topic there of glass bags or yeah, that'd be good. Bit of help. What you guys do. Again, I am going to revert to my method of a bit of PBA. And because that's just a method that's worked for me over the years. Tidy. Yeah, I try to leave space, Jim. I.e., that much. Around, and especially when I've got flat surfaces to work with that I can rest my nippers on the back of. Yeah. Voila, nice and smooth. These are God hens, so yeah, but not in the hands of a god. Wow. Baldrick was a misunderstood genius with very, very, very cunning plans. Anybody remember the um, turning green into gold episode? Our young Percy was going to save everything. Oh, sorry, my mistake. Yeah, I don't want to interrupt you there. I understand for you, Sarah. Hard to find a friend. Uh, again, you're looking at your angles and everything in spaces like that's a pure clean cut right there. And you're giving yourself space. You're not going to catch your nippers on anything. Do I know that's the perfect way to do it? Hell no. Has it worked for me over 50 years of modelling? Yes. So I'm going with what I know. Oh, yeah. Well, I got told to be quiet there, Joshy. Sorry, mate. Yeah. I wouldn't want to encroach on other people's time in the sunshine. Um, all right, so that's that. Right, barrels. Move on to those. 1, 2, 3 F5s. House boy to Gryffindor. Or Hufflepuff. Oh, absolutely. Many a time. With vigor. And the usual shake of the head. So all right, 1, 2, 3. Oh, so I have cut the baseboard for this. I'm just trying to choose the stain for it. And it will be the router as well. I've got to route the sides. I mean, it wasn't included in the price or anything like that, but I mean, this is me, my craftsmanship on display. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah. A bit of pride in what I do. Uh, right, then we'll move back down. Oh, F8's required. So, what's everybody else working on at the moment in their stash or whatever? I know SJ was working a Jaguar, and it was just about ready to go into paint. Paul's working. Well, he's got a few more 116s coming his way. Did you say Ponce or Prince? Stuckers in ready to prime. How did you end up with those bits on the firewall? Your cowling covers. They seem to be giving you grief. Right, okay, they're ready to rock and roll. Oh, you're going to have sunshine on a rainy day. Oh, yeah, Jim. Yeah, sleep. Yeah, that's a. But I thought I do get amazed how you stay awake. But appreciate it, mate. Wow. Bit harsh. Now, these will be run through. I'll be rifling out these barrels a bit. They're very poor in shape. And like there's seam lines running top, bottom. Not so much worried about these bits here. It's what's going to be exposed. There is with the razzle dazzle camo. So on these, you have a line that'll run. So the top 50% is painted a different color. I think it's navy blue, and then you've got a light gold grey underneath. So yeah, well, if you don't invite anybody into your house or show it to anybody, nobody's going to comment. Mm. Okay, looks like a bit of fun and games. Right. So how long would it? How long was the flight from Chicago to say London? Not having done it, is it a big trip to go to England to America, America to England? I'm again, yeah, never having done it, and haven't even looked at the map. So, at this day and age, is it cheap? Is it expensive? Still 12 in the house. That's very good. Another thing, when I am trimming up, depending where the part is, the extra bit of rubble is. So as I work down to no, God's country's Australia. Yous are all left in hell. And we have the ashes. But anyway. So getting back to this, so when I'm moving, like when you're going towards the lower, thinner piece of whatever you're working on, use the nips, the tips of the nip of the cutters, a bit more precise. When you're coming up to a thicker like that, you can then rest the back end of your sprue cutters right up there, and boom. Yeah, so they'll all have to be sanded down those bits. Again, these pieces will not be seen here. But what about London to Chicago? Anybody? Anybody? Anyone? What would it cost on an average to fly UK to Chicago or UK to the States, States back? Yeah. No idea. We somebody's bitter. That's it. Most bitter woman. Yeah. England only singing when they're winning. Yeah. That seems to be the. I think that's one of the lines in what was it, Tub Thumping? We'll be singing when we're winning. Are you anywhere near Wrexham, SJ? Oh, I got 13 in the house. Again, folks, if you could do me that awesome favour, hit that £600, so about 8,000 Australian, $50 American. Oh, we've got 2, 4, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, there's 6 here times 2. Righto, so those bits there done. They need sanding down. They're all trimmed. They're right to go. F17. Now I know by looking over here, F6 will require photo etch to go on it. Yeah, true. I just thought, well, what you class as near and what we class as near, just, a whole different, yeah. F17. Yeah, two different things. Okay, what happened in 1966? Was there a flower contest we weren't, a garden contest we weren't advised of? Or do tell more. Um, Keen to know. Asking a friend. We invade friends so often it's traditional. Aren't they invading you? Aren't people crossing the borders? And now it's all getting a bit. Yeah. Oh, you won it then, did you? Okay. And let's get the sports fanatic's opinion on it. The same as all. Mate, we celebrated when we qualified. We're just not. Yeah, we're just not there for it. Right. No, that was 56, SJ. Yeah, that was 56. I think we discovered flight in 76. We saw, it was a pigeon somewhere that just went wild. Great days. Uh, People were crying in the streets. Um, no. All right. Well, I mean, basically, folks, this is going to require a lot of cleanup. And yeah, there is much to do on these. Well, I don't want to say all trumpeter kits, but this one is one of the older trumpeter kits. again, if it was my very, very own, which I'm treating it like, just my analness is on show for all to see. But yeah, that's how I build. It's like SJ with the bloody decals and the way she finishes up cars. It's like Paul and we've all got our quirks. Like, I mean, I tell you, you look at some of Jimmy's military stuff, amazing work. I mean, he brought out a Russian tank the other day, I believe it was, on live, and it was 20 years old, but it looked like he just made it. Had a bit of dust, which upset Dom, but you know, um, he's a very, very. I think he got a medal for it in back of the day as well. So very, very accomplished modelers on this, in this chat at the moment. So yeah, well done. But yeah, I mean, yeah, that's what I was talking about. It was just unbelievable, and he's a very humble man. He sells himself short and doesn't realise, like, yeah, he's pretty bloody good, that the lad. So, right, as you can see, just as SJ, I'm putting the blade towards the fingers, so there could be blood. We don't know yet. So, just holding the breath there, stabby, stabby. But no, oh mate, I'll give credit where credit is due. I mean, when SJ sends me those photos, and I'm the first one that gets to look at them, I just go, wow, that is some serious skill there, like, And then you send me photos, and I'd like, other people. I think Joshy sent us photos once. But it's a huge huzzah to SJ and those cars. I mean, they're stunning. So yeah, very privileged, and you guys should all just give yourselves a big pat on the back. If you don't, we will. So yeah. Now I'm trimming this up because these go inside the barrels and will sit and rest. Yeah, blows you away. So again, yeah, just I am very much looking forward to seeing that Jaguar finished. I don't think I've moved it since I was sitting just there. The one I've got here, the Walkinshaw Bathurst Jag. So I know. I believe SJ subscribed to your OnlyFans, and she's put a few up for everybody. So, but yeah, Joshy, that'd be great, mate. If you could send me some of yours, mate. Especially for Sundays, mate. That's what I'll show them all. And happy to share. Happy to share your incredible work too, Joshy. Again, it still blows my mind that here we are, like other side of the world, chatting, and It just feels like you go down, I mean, and say, "Hey, mate, awesome model," that sort of stuff, and I'm not saying I'm old or anything, I just find it pretty much a lovely gift that we can do this, yeah. What less respect? Did he, like, is he got more on TikTok or more on OnlyFans? You tell me, SJ. I've seen some of Josh's work. I watched him. He's an incredible human being. He's an amazing modeler. Yeah, only on Sunday. Um, you're welcome, mate. You are just a bloody legend, and appreciate your time dropping in. I don't crawl. Never been on my hands and knees for anyone. Never will be. Never ever. When I was fortunate enough to go overseas and meet other people and introduce them to certain rounds of ammunition and a different view on life. Yeah, never crawled. When I joined the Navy, I just I remember when I joined the Navy, just missed out in the Falklands, and I was just so disappointed. I was like, no. It was- You were too young, Bilge. You missed out on that part of the Navy, mate. And Timor, you did you get to go to Timor? Oh no. Um, so again, yes, it is Anzac Day on Sunday, folks. And oh, I'm not T. No, T. Copy, SJ. Are you struggling with any bits of it, Joshua, or what? Is anything challenging you? Where? Okay, where is? Oh, very good. Thank you for his service, please, mate. Thank him very much. I think it's important, whether you've seen conflict or not, the fact that you decided to serve your nation, yeah, in peacetime and or in conflict, yeah, that's a hats off. You want to put you're willing to go through the training to make this world a better place. Get rid of the undesirables, so to speak. And we can't go politicking, unfortunately, except about the Australian government at the moment. But yeah, biggest bunch of losers you've ever met. I don't know how you guys are going overseas with the fuel, if you got shortages or whatever like that. But our absolute lunatic government has put out an ad campaign because Australia's having trouble. $20 million ad campaign, while the whole world's in a bit of a cost of living crisis, to let us know that if we lower the oxygen, make sure we've got our tyres pumped up, that'll help you do your bit for Australia, as well as don't take unnecessary trips like to work and places like that. Catch a bus, catch a train, do your bit for Australia. I'm thinking you're just a clown, mate. But I don't want to get on my soapbox. Thank you, SJ. Very muchly. Because like Bill, his uncle didn't come back. My two great grandfathers were original first landing on the shores, so yeah, it's pretty cool. They both come back. I never got to meet them because, well, I wasn't even thought of. Long time ago that, but yeah. So we've had the 11 for the night. Oh, you're a true Australian there, Paul. What a man. Not all heroes wear capes. One burnout a week. Wow. But what about South Africa? Would you like to get to South Africa? Oh, wow. So your grandfather would have served with some Australians and SJ. Ashendale. So my little military family history is the great grandfather, one of them. He was in the Boer War. My great grandfathers were first landing Anzacs, Passchendaele. One was at the Somme as well. Um, both returned home. The great grandfathers, the grandfathers, Tobruk, Kokoda, Borneo, and then there was another. Can't remember the conflict. My grandmother was one that discovered the midget sub that came into Sydney Harbour. My father, Vietnam, and he was in the RAF. And then along came me. I joined the Royal. Well, first I was Australian Army Reserves, and after Army Reserves, I then joined the Royal Australian Navy. The only military after that would be one of my sons, Liam. He was Army Cadets, but that's the last of any military. Yeah, so we've got a long serving history. So yeah, your uncle was in the Boer War. I haven't. Oh, I need to see that saber. Yeah. What did you show me? I can't remember you showing me. That'd be a nice bit of kit. That. Um. Right. Let's just give that a rub. Right, back to the modelling, so to speak. Right. Now you've got these side panels and that to go on. I don't know what you guys do, but I will scuff up the sides of the paneling, even though it's just a very light scuff. You know, it's not going to be exposed. Yeah. Um, I just find that when you put your glue down, you get a better bond. You don't have to do it on the inside or anything, but things I like to check on. That's why you do your dry bits of flashing and that. Now just for example, you're going to put that on here. That's just not going to go down flush. There's crap and shit inside there. So yeah. Now it's crazy doing a bit of modelling on a modelling show or modelling channel. Right, so I just take off the big bits. Yeah, we'll put that on Sunday night, Jeffro. If you want to bring it out, and that'd be great. What about Spartans? What do you think, Joshy? Spartans. I did watch Gladiator the other day. That was pretty cool. Really? For for swords? Well, we got done for oh, what did we get done for? Jim brought out a gun that doesn't work, and yeah, we got pinged for that. That was interesting. I don't know why, but we got pinged. And that's Exhibit A, folks. Nice flush mounted, all angles covered, no gaps. There. So yeah, that's all nice. Done. There. Right. So I know. I just like the movie. And the story. I thought the story was pretty darn cool. Um, I think I watched something, Jossie, that you'd be interested in. There was a it's on YouTube. It's a like they put up, would a squadron of Spitfires beat um would one modern fighter like F-14 take out the Luftwaffe by itself? And they had um they did a thing against the US Marines. Wow. Oh. Um yeah, me and Marines or something, or 100,000 Marines against the Spartans or the 300, and would they? But the numbers are ridiculous, and it was funny. The Spartans beat somebody in one of these things, and he probably gone, geez, I missed out on meeting SJ. That's what's happening. That's probably died heartbroken. I haven't seen that one yet. I will have to look for that one. That's pretty wild that he had his channel locked just for. You just got to be amazed these days about what people are offended by. It's just phenomenal how people's feelings are so hurt by. Oh, but me, mate, just email me. Um, to the email down there. Um, but there's these rat shooters in the UK, and they use air rifles and that. And he very bluntly says at the start of the video, and they show the guns, and say it has 350 rounds, and um, but they don't get blocked. Okay. Good man. Very, very good. So you're only a hop, skip, and a jump from Telford, aren't you, Joshy? You like just across the road, and thanks for coming, Joshy. Appreciate you turning up. Yeah, you'll be able to set up Telford. Oh, if you'd like to be taxed, come and live in Australia, Joshy. Yeah. We have taxes for everything. Breathing in and out. That's done. That's done. That's done. What are we looking here? Yeah, you remember the last time we caught up, you were saying you had just moved over there. So. Uh, so how is everybody's week looking moving ahead? What are we up to? Yeah, I couldn't believe I had a mate that went over to the UK, not Jeffro, but saying if you go into London, drive in London, there's a carbon tax. You get a tax, you get charged for driving in London. I'm like, what the fuck? Is that true? SJ Joshy? Apple? Do you get charged for driving in London? Like if you go into London? Because that would astound me. No way. You're making tracks for the next few days. I wonder what Jimmy will be up to. Sent pic, need intel. Where did you send this said picture to? Okay, I'll have to have a peek at that in a sec there, Building. Just let me finish up here. Oh, hang on, folks. I just got to minimize this. Open up the email Builder just sent. No, it hasn't come through, Bilge. Not just yet. You go around. If you go around about twice, you can get fined. No way. How do they know you've gone around it twice? There's people watching you go around the roundabout. Well, there's somebody going, "Oi, you went around that twice, mate." Are there roundabout spotters in England? Wow. That's pretty crazy. Yeah, that's literally wow. Jeez. Sounds like hard yards. Right. Right, so we look here. Now that tucks nicely into there, but when I glue this, yeah, there's still going to be a little seam there. I wonder. No, that's going to be a pain. I mean, I'm not sure anybody's going to be looking under the underside, but yeah. So that needs tidying up there. Again, I am going to have to. I'm just covering time here to fill in time here, folks, but this will need me to put some modelling skills on display by. I like using just your normal tissue, your nose tissue, your Kleenex or something, and just soaking it in CA glue, like watered down CA glue. I've got my moulding, like my little sculpting tools there, and you know, press here, press there. Yes. So that's that on that. Again, this edge needs to be tidied up. That's nice. It's all ready to go. It's just again, guys, I don't know how you model. So like just when I run my finger there, that's just not right. So and that's all solved. Bits like there could interfere with getting that perfect fit at the end there. Oh, very good. Yeah, you're exactly right. Yeah, well, when we'll get that up for Sunday, Bilge. Yeah, we'll get that up for Sunday, mate. So with these barrels, again, I'll bore them out. Make them nice and even. I might even use my little, wait for it, since SJ's turned up, my multi-purpose processing assistance platform in there. You might want to stay tuned for that next week, SJ. Out come the tools. Right, we're going to just click that up there. I'm going to go back up here. Scare everybody. Right. Let me just quickly go to the mail here to see if it's turned up. Yeah, still not there, unfortunately, Bilge. Hasn't. Especially if you're sending an email with that kind of, it'll take a bit to get here. Again, folks, look, I'd really like to thank you. Oh, mate, we'd love to have you, truly. If you could please, how Outlaw Paints on Instagram, Joshy Bay. When I used to have that, I've still got the actual Instagram page, Outlaw Paints there. So if you want to catch up with me there, that'd be great. Because the only other messenger we've got is, I think I do I have an Aussie Modelers Live? Aussie Scale Modeler on Facebook? I'm not sure. But yeah. we're looking forward to seeing that, mate. Very much built. But yeah, I can send you the link through there to turn up. That'd be great, mate. Well, again, folks, thanks for joining me this week. Really appreciate your company. If you have liked the video, awesome. Thank you so much. If you haven't, all good as well. So next week we'll have a fair bit, a fair bit more done. Hopefully, all things being true and correct. Sunday night, Aussie Models Live, 7 p.m. Here in Australia. We would love to have your company. Send your photos to madosmod@gmail.com. Love sharing your work with everybody in the world. We're starting to get the numbers up. SJ, well done. 10 gold stars right there. But we'd love to have you to turn up. It'd be great, mate. You're always welcome. But again, folks, thank you so very, very much. It's been a great night. Good hour and a half or whatever. Well, nearly 2 hours. So close. We don't know what Jim's question is. He's going to email it to me tonight sometime, and I will pass it on to all of those in the stream, and we will reveal the question. Or Jim will reveal the question live Sunday night, 7 p.m. So until that time, folks, please, Saturday, please take time to remember those who have served us, have left us, sacrificed for us. No, it wasn't Jeffro. Those who are currently serving away from their families, whatever, all those that take the time to keep us safe. That's what our Anzac Day is about here. And I'd just like to finish the show off with 3 words, folks. Lest we forget. Good night.